China, and I simply love Xi Jinping. That's what Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte said at the beginning of the week about his Chinese counterpart. The leaders met in Hainan on the sidelines of the Boao Forum, China's Davos, before Duterte traveled on to Hong Kong. Now, these statistics show just how warm ties have become between the two countries. Now, China's investment in the Philippines has soared since Duterte came into power, reaching nearly $30 million in 2017. And the number of Chinese tourists visiting the Philippines reached 968,000 last year, overtaking U.S. tourists for the first time. Here in Hong Kong, Philippine Foreign Secretary Alan Peter Cayetano had this to say about the ever-evolving relationship between the Philippines and China.
China is a close neighbor. We've had our differences in the past, so we need to build respect. We need to build mutual trust, and there's nothing like our leaders meeting, speaking directly to each other.
On the agenda are these joint development projects in the disputed South China Sea. And we know that Xi Jinping just recently said that he will not cede 1 inch of his territory. Do you really believe that China under Xi Jinping is a partner that you can work with and you can trust?
Well, there's no two countries in the world that have the same interest. You know, all countries have different interests. And in the South China Sea, there are multiple claimants. So we say the same thing, that we're not going, and we mean it, we're not going to give a single inch of our territory, and we're not going to give up our sovereignty rights. So having said that, how do we move forward from that? Because the reality is there are words, there's international law, and there are actions on the ground. And the reality in this world is that superpowers sometimes have different rules. So we want to be treated as a sovereign equal. So when we started the relationship, we drew red lines. China said these are our red lines. We said these are red lines. How can we proceed? How can we build mutual trust? And the relationship has really blossomed, and we have kept to each individual's commitment. So we're, you know, the possible joint exploration is a testament that we can make a bad situation better, you know, not necessarily good yet, but take a bad situation and build upon it.
Do you plan to announce any oil or gas deals with China, and when would that happen?
Well, the first thing we did was to ask everyone, including ourselves, China, ASEAN, to stop building in uninhabited areas. Do not inhabit uninhabited features. Do not go to the other areas of your claim. Or in other words, don't complicate the matter more, you know. And that happened, you know. So I think the Philippines played a big role in telling people, hey, let's talk one at a time. And hey, let's not do any actions to do that.
Yeah, but the president has almost taken it one step forward. President Duterte has said he loves China. He needs China more than anybody else. Why is he saying that?
Shouldn't we love everyone, and don't we need everyone? I mean, they're a close neighbor.
Does Duterte love China more than his own sovereignty?
No,
sovereignty of the Philippines?
Definitely not. He loves the Filipino people. He said he will die for the Filipino people. He'll not die for America, for China, for Japan, but he'll die and give his life for the Filipino.